and receive him.
How do you feel?
I feel irate.
Coming over here, accompanied by Honorable Minister of Health.
Minister Wado, Ajangutero.
We will come over here for national anthem. Yeah, we will have the minister over here for national anthem.
From our hearts and no lips.
The Honorable Member of Parliament for Lira District, Honorable Joy Atimongom, and all other members of Parliament present. Thank you. That is a session of cultural exhibition for this function. We thank you. Lira, thank you. Meanwhile, the traditional dance, that wonderful exhibition. Thank you so much. Thank you. We recognize your presence. Thank you. Thank you. That is empty. And right. Yes. And
The home is also perfect.
very healthy, health, reproductive health. Those who are in charge of we left a business ambassador in the UK. Okay.
The newly inaugurated city of Lira. My name is David Chasanku, the town clerk. I just want to say very few words. Honorable Minister, the chief guest, Lira has had a wonderful journey since 1919, when it was founded according to the books you have read. It became a town council in 1962, when we are celebrating the independence. Lira was a town council also celebrating on that time. In 1985, Lira graduated into a municipal council. Now, after 35 years of waiting, 2020 on 6 today, Lira has been inaugurated into a city. So it has been a journey of 101 years. I want to thank the business community. I want to thank the leaders who have been here since 1919, holding this fort to make it a city today. Thank you very much. Those who have been here, those who have served from a tiny town to a city today.
Lira City. I would like to say congratulations to all of us who are here to witness the occasion. Hi, on behalf of the business community of Lira, I would like to thank the President of the Republic of Uganda, none other than His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for having remembered the people of Laos and giving us a city status.
This is a great occasion. This great occasion must be marked with maximum jubilation, happiness, joy of all kinds, so that we forget the past and walk the new journey. Honorable Minister, let me start by recognizing
as the Honorable Everything District Commissioner Lira, our chief guest, as you are aware, under Article 203 of the 1995 Constitution, His Excellency the President appointed resident district commissioners. The resident district commissioners are president by extensions. Allow me to invite presidents of this region who are here. The resident district commissioners.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Honorable Minister, Honorable Chang, all the honorable members of Parliament, local and national government leaders, Their Royal Highness, members of the media, all protocols observed. It's a great honor to be here with you this afternoon. My first visit to Lira on such an historical and auspicious occasion on becoming a city. So thank you very much for letting me be here. But my primary purpose here today is to represent the United States government in launching this important cash relief activity through USAID's partner, Givedirectly, and in partnership with the Ministry for Local Government. As a result of the necessary restrictions to prevent the spread of COVID-19, many people in Uganda are suffering, having lost the ability to earn a living and to support their families. The activity we're launching today addresses this problem directly and will help up to 120,000 Ugandan citizens, including many residents here in Lira, 4,000 of whom have already received initial payments, to help them get back on their feet. It will also help numerous small and micro businesses by stimulating increased economic activity in their communities. Over the past several months, the pandemic has touched and upended nearly every aspect of our lives. The United States has responded by committing more than $1.5 billion around the world to help stop this pandemic. In Uganda, we're investing more than $36 million and working hand in hand with our long-standing partners to do what we can to minimize the impact of COVID-19 and to help affected households navigate these difficult times. Today's event is part of these wider efforts. The assistance that we roll out today will provide cash transfers directly to eligible Lira residents and those of several other cities that Michael mentioned to meet their families' basic needs and to start economic recovery. Families are being identified through a scientific process involving the ministry, local government officials, and telecom company partners. This process will ensure that the funding goes to those individuals and families who need it most desperately. This award is different from our normal way of doing business. Generally, we focus on strengthening systems, not in direct giving to individuals. But these are extraordinary times. Giving cash directly to families, in this case through mobile money, allows families to spend on food and other items that they need and to do so quickly. This approach also brings much needed income to the traders, the shops, the markets, where the recipients will spend their money. And the support provided to each family, a total of 300,000 shillings dispensed in 3 monthly installments, will help them get through this COVID-caused economic downturn. Let me just emphasize that this project is an example of the close and abiding partnership between the people of the United States and Uganda. I recognize it's an election year in our country as well as yours. Let me just say that we're supporting this a people-to-people project regardless of your political party affiliation, your religious affiliation. We are partners with the Ugandan people proudly for many decades, and we look forward to continuing to do so. So I want to thank the Ministry of Local Government for partnering with us on this activity. I want to thank Givedirectly for ensuring that this money gets into the hands of those who need it the most. We are very grateful to be in a position to help the Ugandan people survive this most challenging ordeal. Thank you very much.
The Minister and the Ambassador. Like the Ambassador noted, the number of residents within Lira, some of you might be here, that have already received the first transfer. And we would like the Minister and the Ambassador to symbolically press the button here on my computer that's going to send out transfers to other recipients, and we'll have the project officially launched. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It is a donation. It is coming at the right time. It is significant, and we ask you to thank on behalf of the government of the United States of America and the people of America for supporting us. Thank you so much. You have our support as government. The municipality of Lira has ceased to exist and has transited into a city. I'd like to thank you most sincerely, and those who have contributed to this growth. I've listened to your speeches. My chairperson, Zero Favor, to go to Kampala. Bring your money here. Invest in your city. Make it attractive. Create the jobs here. Give the opportunity to the youth that they can actually live, survive, and develop in Lira. Our cultural leaders, I've said I respect you so much, and I thank you for your message. That was spot on, including appealing to everybody in Lango to put on masks. I listened to that very well, and your appreciation and calling on the people of Lango to work with the government. That was a good message. In the new city, we must modernize but uphold the culture and traditions of our people. So we need to respect our cultural leaders. We need to bring them on board fully, and we need to integrate their ideas in our city development. We continue to respect you, Your Royal Highness. My colleagues, members of Parliament, you gave very nice words. I listened very carefully. However, I consider the idea of the market solar lighting. We're going to look at, we're still building other markets of this nature, and we're going to look at that proposal to have solar lighting for our markets for sustainability. Of course, we're in a critical period of campaign and politics. I only give a little advice. Your success as a leader, Mr. Councillor, Madam Chairperson, Your Honor, Member of Parliament, does not depend on how many researchers you have had. Your success does not depend on how many votes you will collect. Your success does not depend on how many years you've been in leadership. Your success depends on the change in lives of the people that you cause while you are in leadership. Is of Amach sub-county. I've taken note. We'll look at it and see why that sub-county has disappeared. That is directly under my schedule. We are creating a new district headquarters at Ogur. That is in your minutes. I have the minutes of this council. From the Lira municipality to Lira city. It must be in real action. And for us to transform the city, I want to emphasize the following. There are only 6. Try and get them, or at least get the one which strikes your modern city. Number 1, we'll emphasize peace and security, law and order. Who will want to come to Lira if it is a city full of murder, full of crime? So I want to call on you to step up a commitment to peace, security, law and order. The city will prioritize physical planning. We must avoid slums. We must avoid congestion. We must avoid situations which we've seen in some of the cities, like Kampala now, running the whole night. I preferred to be the seat of industry and commerce. We're going to build industrial parks. An economic development strategy for the city. This attracts industries. It must attract trade. It must trade. What we call a happiness index. And we shall use it to compare your progress against the other cities. To what extent do the services of the city create happiness among the residents? And sports, entertainment, putting the ordinary person at the center of the city development. Now emphasize modern infrastructure of the city and service delivery. We're going to place in the streets, street lighting, garbage collection and management, and ensuring that the technical services are actually modern. And finally, is good governance. I'd like to appeal to the people of Lira. Good governance is adhering to the rule of law, transparency, accountability. As we head to the elections, please be serious as voters. Do not vote into authority, a person you have already identified as corrupt. Don't bring corrupt leaders in Lira. A council, people to work with. Let me, I want to request that he accepts within this time. I don't know whether he's going for campaigns or not, I don't mind. But simply to caretake, to manage on my behalf, this city called Lira. And if he accepts, then I'll give him this chair for him to occupy.
Of local government, Honorable Raphael Magyezi, I, Mike Obwamolwa, Bebe, today at this Coronation Park, I would declare that I accept to receive the mantle of running Lira City, which you have, and you are going to hand over to me as an interim city mayor until a new election will be conducted.
Thank you. Thank you in your work, and hereby we take the councillors at the Lira in this capacity. I kindly request and social distance must be wait a bit. The mayor is simply addressed as the interim city mayor. He is not a road mayor, please. There are no roads here. The road mayor is the one of the capital city. He is the interim city mayor of Lira. Given the responsibility to caretake. East or west? East, where is the one of west? Yeah, give them a clap. This is not a simple responsibility. In addition, is the host for the Lira West and the interim chairperson of that division. The town clerk, immediately. Already, I think even today, presenting a motion in Parliament. Your councillors, the town clerk, are involved in selling assets of the public in your area. Please raise the alarm. We'll take action immediately. You can imagine if those who came before you had sold where we are seated here now. We're talking of roads which are bigger. These are city roads. Now you start selling parks because you think they are not necessary. How about years later, people are asking for airports? Please direct them to her. So the town clerk gets the contact of Jackie and assign her the special responsibility for Lira city. Some people. First of all, I'd like to thank His Excellency the President for giving you a city. Even in Vision 2040, had been mixed. I thought everybody wants to see a change. Everybody is proud of this lady. But Lira, you hold a special position in this country. Lango and Lira specifically, you are known as very hospitable people. This city, this world, the population, maintain a clean city and maintain a humble, respectful population. And I will end at that. We are going for politics, we are going for campaign. You benefit almost zero by abusing your fellow competitor. And abuse Raphael Magyezi. And I come here and I praise you. The people will see the difference. By people understanding that in Lira people are fighting. Then for me I'm promoting the city of Lira, but for you, you are saying no, for us we fight even among ourselves. It's not going here. So please have clean leadership. Trust the population, the voters will select the best. And even if you don't go through, politics is not the end of the world. And I'm now serving my second Kisanja. And I've come out boldly to tell the people of Igara West that I have the competence to continue, not because I do not want to serve, to stand. So the people still want me. But in leadership, you must have a goal. You must have a target. It does not matter if you spend 20 years, 30, 40 in parliament, and you have not delivered anything. I became a member of parliament because I found
to be here today on such a momentous day. Let me start by appreciating, and this significance is not lost on me, that we have a son from Greater Bushenyi coming here today to perform a very significant task of moving Lira municipality into a city. Honorable Magyezi, I do not lose that significance. I thank you for coming here, and I thank you for blessing us on this day, that it can go down in the annals of history that on this day, the great son of Bushenyi came here to launch the city of.
Commander of Global Guidance Patrol Brilliance, you know. Honorable Minister, coming here to welcome you, thank you.
And be able to see the whole of, I can say, Lango growing with the peace which was achieved. It is central that we all appreciate that peace is a key cornerstone of development. And the peace which we were able to achieve allowed the creative energies of the people of Lango to manifest themselves, such that the growth which you have seen around and the growth which has signified that Lira is ready for city status came from the hard work of the citizens of this sub-region. All of these developments I don't take for granted, but I recognize it because recently, when pursuing a matter with the Ministry of Finance to deal with the Youth Meet project, those in finance even asked, how is it that in Lango people are able to reduce the poverty levels? The best answer I could give is the hard work, is the determination, and the opportunities which have occurred with the peace being restored. So, Honorable Minister, I have great confidence that the great city of Lira will be able to grow and to thrive in this circumstance. they have demonstrated the ability without not so much interventions from NGOs, not so many other things, but on the strength and the hard working of the community, Lira has grown so far, and its potential to grow further is clearly manifest. And the growth of Lira is not something which I can take as the person representing the municipality. This is something which the whole of Lango has contributed to this growth. I thank all the people of Lango for all that you have done in building this great city. Let us continue to work together such that we can go to greater heights. Your message, you must stick to your beliefs, you must stick to your purpose, and thereby we'll be able to manage our situation better. I know elections bring out sometimes the worst in us, but we have to manage it as best as we can. Without taking too much more time,
There's another there we're going to cut it as well. That at least we take a bite of this cake. Medicated cake. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, for all your marketing needs, stand up and reserve for you. Thank you.
I am Daniel Omara Tubo, former Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, and also former Member of Parliament for Tuke County in Lango. Today, 6th of August 2020, is a very happy historic day for us when we inaugurate a city. I'm particularly happy because when I was Minister of Land, English,
Yes.
I am Daniel Omara Tubo, former Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, and also former Member of Parliament for Tuke County in Lango. Today, 6th of August 2020, is a very happy historic day for us when we inaugurate a city. I'm particularly happy because when I was Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, I was involved in planning and signing the master plan for Lira municipality. It is now elevated to a city. Of course, it is just the name city at the moment, but we need to do a lot in order to move it from the status of a municipality. I've been approached by many people, especially the business class, that I lead the city as the first city mayor. I'm seriously considering it. I'm still carrying out consultation. There is time.